Hello, this is Simon Hyatt. I am the contributing editor of Asian Business Review magazine. Today I'm presenting the Technology Excellence Awards, celebrating the best, the most innovative, and the most exciting technology initiatives in Asia's business scene in 2022. Joining me today are Dmitry, Yatskaer, Chief Technology Officer at OpenWay, and Alan Barker, Chief Technology Officer at Timo. OpenWay has won the Vietnam Technology Excellence Award for software in the payments category. Dmitry and Alan, congratulations to you both, and please share with us your thoughts on winning the award this year.
Right. I really appreciate this award, and I believe this is a great recompensation for years of our effort on the market on Vietnam. So really, I'm completely excited about it, and I see it as a real great achievement.
Thanks for having us here. Yes, this is a fantastic award. Really, really grateful to receive this. It just goes to give us validation for all the hard work and prove that what we're trying to do in the market here is working.
Alan, can you please tell us more about Timo's digital bank concept? Why is it unique, and what are your future plans?
Yeah, sure. So we started in 2016 in Vietnam with a goal to be the first digital bank in Vietnam. Vietnam doesn't have digital banking licenses, but we had this vision to redefine banking. Traditional banking in Vietnam was very different, to what the customers would expect with today, with a very internet-based savvy customer base. So we wanted to help people live their best financial lives, and we thought the best way to do that would be bring technology and digital banking to Vietnam, and we were the first to do that. So we started off with a very unique concept, which is to, instead of having branches, we actually said open up hangouts, coffee shops, where people could come and hang out, open an account, and then maybe even work from there as well. So we don't actually have a branch strategy because we are a traditional bank, traditional digital bank, sorry. And our goal there really is just to facilitate the onboarding with our digital banking customers, because Vietnam didn't at the time have laws allowing us to onboard with KYC. They do now, so actually we now can onboard fully digitally. We really wanted to set the benchmark. So what we did is we brought out a lot of new products and ideas that were completely unique in the market in Vietnam, particularly a unique app experience. I mean, traditional banking apps were terrible, and we decided to bring in a little bit of that Silicon Valley touch to the banking apps, so it was much easier and smoother to use. Of course, we're also not selling traditional banking products. That's one of the things that we're not here really to do. We're not like a traditional bank. I mean, we're here to solve customers' problems. We're focusing more on the why rather than on the what. So things like embedding finance, being where people are, payments, integrated in that flow. So Timo, I mean, a lot of traditional banks now have caught on. They're running their own digital banking arms or spin-offs. And there's a lot of wallets, so we're playing in a very crowded space, but we are still today setting the benchmark, certainly in Vietnam.
How does the Way for digital banking platform help you implement this concept on the technological level?
Well, that's good. That's a good question, actually. We looked at a lot of vendors in the market, and OpenWay just came out on top in nearly all of our categories. We see this as a solid foundational platform for our innovation and growth. What it really does for us is it gives us a much faster time to market. We're largely API driven now, and that's a big difference for us because we have a very large development team, software development team, mobile development team, and we can bring products to market very, very quickly. And we know that OpenWay have a great solutions and experience, so that we know that we can actually leverage those portfolio products later when we need to. So it's not a difficult decision for us to use OpenWay products. We've got time-tested, great support. They've been fantastic with us when we've been implementing, and they still are today with us and everything that we need to do. They're always there. They're in the office with us. They're fantastic. And we know that using OpenWay as a solid foundation for the future, we're going to be covered whatever happens. They've always got something in the locker to help us.
Dmitry, can you please tell us more about your API-based digital payments and banking platform? What is it exactly? What were the main drivers of its development, and how is this offering unique in the financial industry? How can the platform help banks and fintechs to implement their digital strategies?
Right. And first of all, thank you, Alan, really for your nice words about our platform. I really appreciate that. As OpenWay, we started in the middle of the 90s, and we started in this balanced development of the platform. So from day one, our idea was to build a platform which could be a really powerful instrument in the hands of creative issuers, creative acquirers, banks, fintechs that are keen to grow, that are keen to bring better products to the market. And that's actually how we are. So nowadays, fast forward all these years, we got our customer community using our products in all corners of the world. We have our single version line. We got these top ratings thanks to that, thanks to our customer community. And talking about the API-driven platform, if you look generally, we have many flavors. We have, of course, our RESTful API. You got a couple of hundred API methods or more in the core API. And then if you count across all different, you'll probably reach easily 1,000+ methods on all different flavors. Now, the interesting thing is that you can have a great API, but what really matters as well is the underlying platform and technology. So you can only have a good and efficient API if the platform behind it is flexible. And that's what's been our focus for all these developments in Way 4, to make sure that customers can empower the platform, that they can just design their own products without our involvement. This is what you call truly no-code product development on the platform. And then customers can expose completely new business features and parameters into this no-code. And of course, you can run it in the cloud, you can run it on-prem, you can run it by yourself, by your own IT team. You can also run it using our software as a service facilities. So you got all flavors. And particularly with Timo, it was a great achievement to implement it in AWS. So we are happy how the project went, and certainly the fact that we could manage it in such a short time frame, thanks to the collaboration and cooperation between our teams. So it's been a great pleasure.
Dmitry, what have been the major achievements since the development of the platform? And do you have any client success stories that you'd like to share with us?
Sure. Well, I would say number one achievement is if you look at the customers, and I would even say customers of our customers, if you just imagine that every second there are a couple of hundreds of millions card holders using our cards everywhere in the world. Well, our cards. These are cards of our customers, not cards of OpenWay, but OpenWay is powering it with our Way 4 software, and Way 4 software is there running behind the scenes without card holders just having an idea that it's actually there, is running their cards. And similarly, there are millions of merchants accepting those cards. There are thousands of transactions processed every second. So I would say this is the highest achievement, that this is where we got, and they're happy. And most importantly, our customers are happily developing their businesses using the latest versions of our platform. They're always up to date because we have our single version line approach. And new customers, certainly looking at the success story of Timo, they can join our customer community quickly, happily over the time span of just 4 months, including international payment schemes, including MasterCard connectivity, MasterCard certification, PCI, whatever. It's not so easy, right? Often such project may take half a year or even a year, but it's true that you can launch it with complete in-house operations in Amazon Cloud in just 4 months. So this is great. And also to mention the industry awards that we appreciate really a lot, the industry ratings. So this is something that we believe is also a good recompensation. And we've been consistently rated in the top ranking for the last 10+ years already. And this is in different domains. So we got this card management systems top rating, we got digital wallet top rating, and the platform can be used by fintechs, banks, wallet operators, even by fuel companies. So that's where we are today.
Yeah, I mean, the main major achievement for us is actually, as Dmitry said, I mean, we implemented this in such a short time and so smoothly with an existing team that really didn't have any experience implementing these systems. So that's been a very good achievement. I expected it to take a lot longer, and it was just smooth sailing. So that certainly was credit to the OpenWay team and credit to my team here. They did a great job. The success stories, yes, we've only just launched actually with the system in the last 6 months. So you know, we've got a lot of things coming. We've just implemented Visa in a very short amount of time. But one thing that we've actually launched in the market recently, it was on the back of what the strategy of this OpenWay platform, which is this rapid cycle I mentioned earlier, so we can deliver solutions to customers. We actually have a class-leading development schedule where we actually launch a new version of our banking app every week, which is a lot different to what other banks would do. They would take a lot longer usually. So we can integrate and build products in the market within weeks and days and weeks for us. And one example of that is this new term-backed credit card product that we have. And that allows customers to build their wealth at the same time as unlocking the liquidity they have in that term deposit. So that would be a credit card that's basically backed by a term deposit, whilst it's growing at a good interest rate, but you can use the funds in that term deposit. That would, in my experience, take months, maybe 6 months in a traditional banking sort of setting. However, we did that from ideation to development to deployment in less than 4 weeks with OpenWay, because we could simply plug into the APIs, we can configure the product, build it, put it into the app, and have it launched in such a fast time. That means ultimately for banks like us, that the flexibility that we deploy this product means our costs are significantly lower. And what's more, we don't suffer from this sunk cost problem, because a bank would spend 6 months developing such a big product only for it to fail in the market. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of time and effort, where we can actually just deploy it in a few weeks.
Alan, what are your plans to further improve the platform and your other offerings?
Yeah, that's I would say the top secret, but no. But I mean, we certainly have some big innovations coming around cards, particularly cards security, payments, and Visa. We've just implemented Visa, but we didn't implement Visa just for your traditional Visa credit card business. We did this for a very different reason. Again, if you see our vision, our goals is to set the benchmark, innovate. You can rest assured that there will be some big changes coming. I mean, Timo's going back to the traditional. We're dragging people into the modern era with our customers expect us a lot better, a lot newer products. So that's what in the future we're coming up with some really good stuff based on this platform. We implemented it for a reason. We simply see that payments, particularly not necessarily credit cards, are the future. And some innovation around that space. I mean, today you pay with your phone, right? Most people in Europe, Singapore, and around the world. So, this platform will give us that flexibility. It's not just about credit cards. So yeah, we're going to have some big things coming. We can't obviously open up yet, but just watch this space.
Right. Well, we have to continue, and we will carry on our research on a high speed, because in payment software industry where we are, it is even more so compared to other software industries. You have this, what you can call like an Alice in Wonderland, the race of the Red Queen, right? So you have to run really fast as you can if you just want to stand still. And if you would like to move, you have to run just twice as fast. So that's what we have to do. And looking at the technology front and technology side developments there, it's certainly everything around the move towards different database technologies. We continue innovating into that space. We continue researching into different NoSQL and NewSQL technologies, getting more and more cloud native literally every week. Of course, we pursue the approach where we combine best of different worlds, where we avoid any kind of big bang on the technology side for our customer community, so that for the customer community, just it gets progressively, smoothly, more and more cloud native and in just a natural way. So this is on the technology side. And there we have done quite some researches over the last years, and we will continue doing it and bringing the best that we found into our products. On the other hand, from the business domain standpoint, from the functions, from the product standpoint, it's certainly continued research as well into various areas like embedded payments, of course, big data for payments, crypto, continuing innovating into BNPL, buy now, pay later. And you may find some of those researches even on our website. So this is quite exciting, and we believe there is a great future for the payment software industry.
Dmitry Yatskaer and Alan Barker, thank you both so much for joining us today, and congratulations once again on your award win.
Many thanks, and really appreciate the award, and really excited to continue innovating, certainly on the market of on the Vietnam market, and great time, and hope that Timo will grow a lot, and we will grow together.
Thanks, Simon, and thank you very much, Dmitry, and your team. Really excited to get going. This award, I believe me, is only just the start. We're going to have a lot more to come, I'm pretty sure. So look forward to that. Thank you, guys.